Welcome back to the Elgic channel. In our last video, we learned how to properly clean our TV for that perfect movie night. In case you missed it, you can check it out by clicking the link below. But what's a TV without its remote control? It's the accessory that gets handled the most and collects a lot of germs, dust, and grime. So today, we're giving it a proper clean to keep it fresh and ready for use. And the best part is that these same steps can also be used for streaming sticks, gaming controllers, and even household appliance remotes. Now, let's get it clean. To clean your remote, all you need are household items. You'll need a microfiber cloth, a small brush or toothbrush, a toothpick, rubbing alcohol or bleach-free disinfecting wipes, and a cotton swab. Now, to clean our remote, first remove the batteries. Then, tap the back to shake out loose debris. Use a toothbrush and toothpick to remove crumbs and dirt between the buttons. Next, for an initial wipe, dampen your microfiber cloth with alcohol or use disinfecting wipes to wipe down the front, back, and side of the remote. Remember, never spray liquid directly on any controller. To ensure the areas around the buttons are disinfected, dip a cotton swab in alcohol, squeeze out the excess, and wipe the nooks and crannies around the buttons. Then, do a final wipe down. Lastly, allow the remote to air dry before reinstalling the batteries. And there you have it, a fresh and disinfected remote control. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos just like this one. You can click the link in the description box below for our other tutorials. And don't forget, cleaning is a family affair. See you next time, and as always, let's get it clean.
All right, we are back. This is the CSRN podcast, our week in review. Once again, shout out to Mott Branch Library. All right, family, whenever we have a guest, there's a CSRN tradition that we ask them who they are, what they're wearing, and what we're talking about. So nothing's going to change with this edition of our podcast celebrating National Poetry Month. So who are you? What are you wearing? And what are we talking about today?
All righty. I am Sister Yvette Muhammad. I am wearing a satin garment with sequence embellishments. I am with the Nation of Islam, and I am here because I want to talk to you all about a workshop that we're having on this coming Saturday, which is called How to Keep House.
All right. So I'm going to ask you if you could position the microphone kind of like mine, because if you by the side right there, we may not get the great audio. So
all right,
you're talking about, let's bring up that flyer. I think we had loaded it in our system. We're trying to do better now. Jody said that it's only two of us. Well, it's maybe a little bit more. All right, here's the flyer right here. It says How to Keep House, Muhammad's Mosque, number 91, MGT and GCC present. So I don't know if we have to, that's a lot of letters.
It is.
Of what it means and why are we doing something called How to Keep House. And you've got mentally, spiritually, and physically. For the people that's watching, what's that all about?
Okay, so I want to go back to all of those letters because they are some very meaningful letters. MGT and GC stands for Muslim Girls Training and General Civilization Class. And a lot of times, people are very familiar with the brothers in the Nation of Islam because they see them selling papers on the corners, but they don't see the sisters as much. And MGT and GCC are the body of women in the Nation of Islam. And we study a number of subjects, and one of the subjects that we study is how to keep house. And a lot of people think that keeping house is simply a matter of cooking and cleaning inside the house. But how to keep house is a fundamental practice, and homes are the launching pads of family life, really of society. Keeping our homes is not a simple matter of cleanliness, although it includes cleanliness and it includes order, because that is the space and the structure for peace of mind. So keeping the house has to do with being mindful. It's the activity that occurs in the home, and that is the womb for the life that comes out of the home. And so it's really important for the home to be just that, the space where life is cultivated. And life is cultivated in order. And so this idea of spiritual, mental, and physical keeping house is what's going to be presented on Saturday. It is for both men and women. I believe that every participant is going to be very interested in the execution of this workshop, because our very first house is the temple that God dwells in, which is us. So when you start talking about keeping house, it's not just the surface or external structure outside of us, it's the temple first. And to see that parallel walked down, keeping the external house as well as our bodies, not just physically, the mind as well, is a very beautiful idea to explore. And so I am very excited about this workshop. Um, the more we put into keeping, not just cleaning up, because if you've ever seen anyone who had struggles with managing, keeping order, being mindful about their homes, they often have a very difficult time managing their minds, managing themselves, because the keeping of the home comes out of keeping of themselves.
Okay, I want to share the flyer once again on the screen. So if you're watching this online or if you're watching it later on, you'll see what's on the screen. About this class, I've never heard of, and I don't want to just limit it to cleaning house. When did cleaning house become, so serious? In the way I grew up, it wasn't. It was either put the stuff under the couch, put a rug over that, turn the cushions over, but you've got natural cleaning solutions.
Right.
There's creating a balanced home.
Right.
Simple daily systems.
Right.
And there's going to be an in-person demo. So,
right.
I don't know. Can you talk about what the in-person demo is going to be, or should we wait till? Or
if I tell you everything,
okay, all right, okay,
then you might not come. But can I say this? Just like the systems in the body, there has to be systems in your daily life, and a lot of times, if you tend to fall behind, then you tend to fall behind, meaning that you might have that tendency to clean up when company is coming over, but then the tendency to still fall behind constantly. So the whole premise is to develop a system. If you've ever, understood the whole idea, if you clean up behind yourself, you really never have to really have a big cleanup in general. And, there was a time, I know when I was growing up, that we had these regular days where I think a lot of us remember when the music comes on Saturday and the house gets cleaned. There was a time where walls got cleaned. But now there's times that sounds absurd that walls get cleaned. And so, the home was treated as a home, whether you rented the home or you owned the home, because there was an accountability for the space that we lived in, and everybody who could do something, did something. and it just was not such a reality that you expected a landlord to come over and clean your walls because you weren't the homeowner.
Mm.
And so there is, and it's the same thing, with our own personal selves. No one can come and live your life and care for you. And you can eat, but there's a different set of understanding when you understand that your healing cannot be done by another person. Preparing your immune system cannot happen because somebody else loves you. You still have to take responsibility for yourself, regardless, of whether someone else loves you, whether you're in a relationship or not. And so this is the parallel that is going to be walked throughout this whole workshop. And then as far as natural cleaning solutions and things like that, there really doesn't have to be a lot of money, put into the management, cleaning solutions and things like that. Lots of things that we need to keep our homes clean. We actually have in the home, or we can acquire without a lot of money. So we're going to kind of put those things together and see just how little finances are needed in order to do that, and reintroduce some of the things that we probably just forgot about, and remind ourselves of the systems that we can maintain. But we just have to move up to the side some of the things that have taken priority and have kind of overcome us in taking up space in our mind and times.
All right, I'm going to put up the flyer once again.
Thank
Okay,
you.
you said that all are welcome.
Yes.
So when I think about how to keep house,
Mhm.
of course, we live in a sexist world. So my sexist brain starts to activate. All right, so have men can come too.
We have several men, not one or two. We have several men, a good portion of men who come. And it's unfortunate to have a sexist brain because sometimes men live in the home by themselves. So I'm not sure who's cleaning their homes. And men live in their own bodies. And so they're responsible for their own care and their own bodies. And the same clutter that happens in women's body happen in men's bodies and in men's minds. And the chaos and the dis-ease and the things that junk up our women's lives junk up men's lives. So the information that is being shared is important for men also. Men govern their lives, men govern their homes, men also take care of, their children and their grandchildren. So the principles that are being shared are equally important for men as they are for women.
All right. I wanted to talk about the put the flyer back there again. And okay, so we talked about the what it is. We talked about the natural cleaning solutions, creating a balanced home, the simple daily system. But you said you weren't going to just share everything because then they'd have no need to come.
That's right.
All right, so this is April 8th. It's going to be April 18th, 3:30 p.m. At how do I pronounce that? Is that
It's the eBite Center. The eBite Center is at 1806 Madison Avenue, which is very near to the cross street of 17th Street. And that is above the Market on the Green. It's a property that's owned by ProMedica. Market on the Green is downtown Toledo, and right above it on the second floor is the eBite Center. It's a very nice space. They hold GED classes in that space. We've done cooking classes in that space. And so we hope people are able to come. It's a very nice space. And I'm looking forward to people coming to join us there.
Man, how do they contact you if a person sees this tomorrow? What do they have to do in order to register, and how much does it cost? Is there a cost?
There is no charge at all. And we will, I wanted to add one more thing. We will be doing some hands-on demonstration. Each person will be able to take some of the products that we make together home with them. We'll be having a tasting of the navy bean pie. We have filled to the brim for our most recent workshops, which have been how to make the navy bean soup, We did a recent workshop called What to Do with What You Grow. And it was a workshop on, when you have a garden and you have this overflow of vegetables, what to do with it. We've had an overflow there. We had a beautiful workshop called The Beauty of the Navy Bean. And this space holds like 30 people. And so we're near to full now. So it's very important to register if you want to come so we can be prepared for you. And so to register, just text or call 419-320-2924. 419-320-2924. And I want to also say, once you get hooked on our workshops, you will love them. They're always very interesting. We're going to send you away with something from the workshop, and we're always going to give you a little treat to make sure you come back and see us.
All right. Speaking of coming back, we always ask our guests 2 questions, and you got to come back because you talked about the you had one cooking class, and then there was doing something with what you grow. All right. I think people
what to do with what you grow.
Right. And Jody said earlier, it's going to be garden season soon. And that's something that people, I think they would want to know what to do with those tomatoes, what to do with all of that, whatever they're going to grow. All right. 2 questions. What do you do for self-care at the end of the week or whatever you do? All right. How do you unwind? How do you rebalance?
Okay, so that is a very good question. But on a regular basis, on a daily basis, I try to maintain a state of homeostasis by regular praying, meditating, yoga, exercise, thinking right, and eating right.
Okay. And lastly, 3 things that you're grateful for. What would those things be?
I am grateful that somehow when I became aware of God, that I accepted God in my life. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for every person and event that God put in my life so that they were either a lesson or a blessing.
Okay. All right. And would you be willing to come back at another time to share more, not only about the different events that's coming up, but just in case a sister's looking and saying, wow, what does she have on? How do I get one of those? Do I go, where do you go get those? Would you mind coming back and kind of breaking that down?
I would love to come back again.
All right. Anything else before we take a short break and come back?
No, I don't have anything else, but thank you for having me.
All right. And thank you. Oh, okay. All right. Hey, this is the CSRN podcast, a week in review. We'll be right back.